asking, should the vice presidential nominee recuse herself from the confirmation process while she's on the campaign trail? Attorney Erin Elmore says it may not matter either way. She's live to explain.
But if you try sometimes, it's just my vibe. It's just my vibe.
The Supreme Court showdown set to take center stage at tonight's presidential debate as more Democrats refuse to meet with Judge Amy Coney Barrett before her confirmation hearing next month. Here with more, attorney and executive director of USA Strong, Erin Elmore. Erin, it's good to see you this morning.
You too. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, let's pull up the list of Democratic senators refusing to meet with Amy Coney Barrett, and this includes Richard Blumenthal, Mazie Hirono, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Jeff Merkley, Bob Casey, Kirsten Gillibrand. You see them on your screen there. What do you think about this? Don't you think everyone should meet with her?
I think they should, but as we know, this has become a partisan ruse. And although the Democrats think they have power, we know that they don't have the majority. So it's largely irrelevant whether they meet with her or not, to be very honest.
Interesting. Okay, so here's what Chris Coons has to say, who has decided that he's going to speak with her in one way or another, whether it be in person or on the phone. Take a listen.
I think that's part of the normal process of considering a nominee, and we should not be having this rushed process. We should have the time to consider Judge Barrett's writings, her opinions, things that she said as a law professor. What's at issue is her judicial philosophy, her policies, and so I look forward to questioning her about that.
You know, and then there you have it, where he says, look, I want to question her because I want to get some of these things answered. What do you think is going to be the main focal point of their questioning?
I think they're really going to look into her right to life viewpoints personally. But the thing about Amy Coney Barrett is she is an attorney and a member of the bar like I am. And she's taken a judicial oath in the past, and she would do so again for the Supreme Court. And when you do that, you have to uphold the law. It's a principle called stare decisis. So whether her personal views are religious or not is going to have nothing to do with how she rules as a judge. And she's actually written scholarly articles on that very topic saying, listen, I may have certain viewpoints, or people may have certain viewpoints, but as a justice or a judge, it is our obligation to uphold the law.
Yeah, I think that's something people often forget when they're having these conversations. Let's talk about this here, because a lot of Democrats are calling on her to recuse herself from election cases. Number one, do you think that happens? And then we'll talk about Kamala Harris in a second.
There is absolutely no reason, legally sound or otherwise, for that to occur. It makes no sense whatsoever. There is no bias there. I know that the Supreme Court is set to hear some cases after, in a few weeks, but that has no impact. If she is appointed and confirmed, there's no reason for her not to hear any case, to be quite honest.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull up that list here of the Democrats calling on her to recuse herself from election cases. You'll see them on your screen, including Senator Cory Booker. I mentioned Kamala Harris because just before we came to this segment here, leading into the other commercial break a few minutes ago, we had heard from Kamala Harris, and she said she hasn't made a plan one way or another if she plans to meet with her. She said she's going to be involved in the hearings and performing her role and responsibility on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Do you think she should? Because that's a question that some are asking right now.
Well, at least she admitted that she has a responsibility. And the fact that Harris is on the Senate Judiciary Committee, it's largely irrelevant. She has no power because Republicans control the Senate. So she may feel emboldened, but she will not be impactful. We know that the Republicans have the upper hand here. So I do appreciate the fact that she admitted that she does have a job to do and she does have a role here, but whether or not she acts in one way or another is not going to have any sort of impact.
All right. Well, as we know, October 12th is the date, so time is winding down. We're going to see sooner than later. Erin Elmore, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to see you.
You too.